And we are live. What is going on, everyone? It's Johnny Dunn, and we are back with another one. Today, another epic VeVe live stream. Today, we just have one drop, but it's a highly anticipated drop. I know a lot of OGs been waiting for this one. David Yu's been tweeting now, Instagramming the Jurassic Park, the Jurassic World, the T-Rex one for a while now. So it's going to be fun to dive into this one. I'm going to be giving my predictions. I'm going to be giving my thoughts on this drop, if I'm going for it, if I'm skipping it, and reasons why. So I'm excited to dive into this one. Shout out to everyone who's joined the live stream. We got Larry Mackins in here early. Shout out to Larry. How we doing? How we doing, fam? Also, I brought up the web app today, so I'm going to be going over kind of the animation of the ultra rares today because I know they brought that up on the web app. And I just have the web app up because any new users who haven't had any kind of beta action get to experience what the web app looks like. So it's going to be fun to dive into these details today. I'm going to be sharing my screen in just a second here. Also, a couple little hype videos. Shout out to everyone who was able to go see the Jurassic World. I want to find out how many people went and saw the movie. I know I did. I want to hear your guys' reviews on it. I feel like there's a lot of bad reviews on it. And I'll kind of, once we dive into the live in a little bit, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on what I thought about the movie. If I liked it, if I disliked it, reasons why, and all that good stuff. Let's see here. Let's see. Jurassic World Dominion. We got season 3 OG in the building. We got Ronnie Lighto. Good morning, fellas. We got Garrett going for 2, but might FOMO into more, Garrett says. I'm going to be diving into my game plan, my thoughts, my strategy, if I think that's a good or bad idea today. Let's dive into it. Jurassic World Dominion. T-Rex. Guys, I know a lot of people may not think this is going to be like a highly sought after, highly valuable collectible, and that's okay. I think this is more so for your collectors, you know, people who have been waiting for a Jurassic Park drop, a T-Rex in their showroom. I know for me, that's my game plan. I'm going to be holding on to one of these if I get it on the drop, like an ultra rare that's animated, even if I get a common, and I'll talk about the reasons why I'm okay with getting a common too, even though it's static. Now, for me, let's just dive into the details first. I'm excited. I want to talk about my strategy here and my kind of predictions, but let's just go over what they look like. We got the common right now. This is the common with the mouth open. Now, this is static. This is the attack ready. That's this is my favorite static pose right here. I think the common is going to flip the uncommon, even with 9,250 editions for the common, $50 list price. Possibility this could go under retail still, maybe float around retail and then drop down below retail. I think this uncommon will start below retail, 8,250 editions. Again, this is a blind box today, so they're all $50, $50 price point. I'm glad it's not $100 because if it was $100, I think it would have got destroyed. I think a lot of people would have skipped the market or skipped the drop. I think $50 is reasonable price for these. I do think because it's 50 and not say 20 or 30, there's a chance that this uncommon could start out under retail, maybe like 30 gems. Unfortunate, but it's just the way the market sentiment is right now. I do think the details on these look pretty solid. This is uncommon. Now, I know a lot of people are against all the poses. Maybe I think the Okomi team understands that by now. You know, I think the VeVe team, David, Dan, Reese, they're all on the ground floor. Alex too. They hear everybody from the Twitter community. You know, they understand that people don't like all the different poses, but I think a lot of it has to do with the licensors too. So I think they're trying to meet a happy medium. I know for me, you know, I love to see the fact that when we get those one collectible poses like the FA Joker, FA Harley Quinn, but, you know, those were season 1 stuff, you know. I think they're probably gearing up for mass adoption to the point where most people won't be able to afford just one collectible. If it's just one T-Rex, say like, you know, 6,000 editions, 7,000 editions, eventually it's going to get pretty expensive. And so I think that's their mindset. You know, the hardcore collectors, they'll probably gear towards the rare and the ultra rare. Whereas, you know, you're just average common fan, they'll be okay with getting the common for around $50 price point eventually. I think it will get, you know, above retail eventually. Short term, probably might go under retail. Like I said, though, I do see the common flipping the uncommon. Let me know if you guys agree with that. Yeah, I definitely see that happening because everyone wants the T-Rex with the mouth open. I think that's the more attractive looking one. Then we have the first animated one right now, the 5,250 edition rare. I'm gonna go. Let's dive into the web app right now since I have it open. This is the web app. This is just the store tab I'm on right now. Let's dive into what the rare animation looks like. think you guys can still see this, right? Haven't tried to load any of these on my web app before. Oh, and it works. Let's go. How do I make this smaller? Oh, here we go. So this one doesn't have any noise. But I think this would be cool to have like in a corner of your showroom or something. So when people click on it, it looks right at them. I think in VR, that stuff will be insane looking, right? Or, I mean, not VR, but like an AR with the glasses on. Imagine, because again, guys, I'm always thinking this, you know, of like a digital museum, right? That's how I'm thinking of my collection. So can you imagine when we do have these Apple AR glasses and you open up, you're wearing these glasses and you open up a museum and all of a sudden you click on this dinosaur or you go near it. Maybe it's if you just walk near the dinosaur, it just starts moving and then it looks at you. That would look pretty intimidating. And then hopefully in the other corner, I'm able to get one of these guys, these ultra rare number 2s in here. Ultra rare number 2. This is 3,250 editions. This is the one with sound. This is the one that everyone's gonna want. A lot of people do like the motions on the first ultra rare, which I agree with that. I think the motion on this first ultra rare probably looks a little bit better. And so I kind of wish, you know, they did the just one ultra rare had amazing motion and the sound, or maybe, you know, a little 2 animations in one, kind of like they did with the Captain America, the Spider-Man, how it has the flip and then it shoots the web. Just kind of hoping something like that with the T-Rex, because this way it forces us to get both of these. Those collectors who want the full set. I feel like my laptop just isn't strong enough. And maybe that was the issue why I wasn't loading some of the showrooms, because even these images, it takes a while to load. This one may not even load right now. I wonder if it's because the sound with the animation is a little bit too strong. That's crazy. My laptop must be pretty weak. That's my next goal, to get a nice computer so I can handle streams perfectly with no lag. Eventually, when we got the VeVeverse set up on here, I'm able to go through it with no problem. But let me try this again. It's the ultra rare number 2. I know a lot of people were able to bring it up on the web app and show. Made with Unity. There we go. I guess I just had to restart it. Yeah, that's awesome. See how it doesn't really look the other way? I wish it kind of looked like looked around. So I guess we're gonna have to face it in the corner like this one, like this way. I mean, this looks pretty sweet still. That's the ultra rare, 3,250 editions. My predictions on these. This is what I think everybody really wants to know right now. Let me just get to some comments real quick, and then I'm going to go my predictions. Movie was crap, unfortunately. Maybe I'll talk about my reviews on the movie, because I did say I don't want to give away too many teasers or anything that happened. I feel like the critics, you know, the reviews were so bad on this movie. I don't think it was as bad as people say. But again, I'm not one that thinks it was an amazing, the best movie. I love the fact that we were able to see the first Jurassic Park first in that double feature, because seeing that in the big screen, I mean, I saw it with my grandma. Shout out to my grandma who stayed in theater for like 6 hours or whatever it was. It was a long time. She even loved Jurassic Park. She loves that opening scene where like the helicopters are flying and the mountains. She said it reminds her when she would take trips to Hawaii with my pop-up. So that was like an awesome little nostalgia feeling. And for me, it's crazy because I didn't even know that why she loved that part so much. And I love Jurassic Park, that first one, for that opening kind of scene. You know, I just think it has a crazy feeling to it. So I love Jurassic Park, the original one. I think that's the best one, to be honest. I don't know the other Jurassic Worlds enough. Like I just saw Jurassic World, I think the first one, first Jurassic World last night. It was on. And then there's another Jurassic World that's on tonight. So I'm rewatching all the Jurassic Park series and Jurassic World. So this has kind of got me back, reignited into the whole series and everything. I didn't absolutely love this new one that came out. Just because it's hard to keep making, iterations of the same movie. But I think they did a pretty solid job with what they could. I did like the whole biosyn type feel, like the whole, the people that did see it. Now, what caught me off guard, now, I don't know if this caught anybody else, off guard. I was probably the only one in the movie theater who noticed this little part. And I don't even know if it's really tied into it or not. This is just my conspiracy theory going on right now. So let me know if anybody else who caught this. A lot of you guys may not even read the book before, so you may not even know about it. But those that do, there was a scene in that newest movie, right, with Jurassic World, Old Dominion, or Jurassic World Dominion, where Jeff Goldblum was like running to the cave, trying to unlock a passcode. I'm not going to give away too much information. And he types in the passcode, where he didn't know there was a passcode. So he gets there, he goes, there's a passcode, there's 10,000 possibilities. Let me try 1984. If anyone has read that book, that's all I'm going to say about it. I don't want to dive too much into this video. I don't want to get it unmonetized or anything. But just read into that. And just let me know if you think there was any kind of, there had to be a reason for that, right? I mean, they wrote a whole script to say that exact line. To me, that kind of just was like, okay. It made me stop and really think about it a little bit more, but maybe it was just nothing. But yeah, for the movie overall, I think it was solid. The reasons why I think people don't like it is because even though I think they did an amazing job with the dinosaurs or how they look, shout out to Kyle Wilson, because he brought that up too in one of our chats. He said they did an amazing job with the way the dinosaurs look, probably the most realistic. And I agree with that. They did make the dinosaurs look so real. But I feel like there was almost people who didn't like the movie. Like I was reading a lot of reviews online about what people thought about the movie. I know it didn't get a good rating and everything, so I wanted to hear what those people thought. And I think a lot of the reasons why people didn't like that movie is because of kind of like that side plot about, I'm not going to talk too much in case people didn't see it, but like it was really focused on like a kidnapping type thing. And I feel like that was like a huge part of the storyline. And people, I feel like I know for me, I love the nostalgia of that first Jurassic Park. So I like the fact that they kind of did tie off of that. It is pretty interesting. I did like how they kind of tied it in together a little bit, but I mean, I think it was cool that they had the original cast too. I like that fact. But yeah, that's kind of my reviews on the movie. I think it was as bad as people say. Ronnie Lido movie was crap, unfortunately. I know I didn't absolutely love it, so I understand that thinking. I just don't think it was as bad as like some of the reviews that they got. De Niro, dinosaur time. It is. Austin, I was thinking that we were going to get the T-Rex, the Gates, the Jeep, and another dinosaur. I thought we were going to get those. I think they're probably saving it because this is going to be the Jurassic World, I guess, collection. So I'm sure we're going to see all the dinosaurs in there. We're going to see the Jeeps, all the different accessories. I'm sure eventually at some point we're going to see the shaving cream Barbasol can. I'm sure we're going to see something like that too. Shago, I'm going to give my predictions in just a second. I think we could be surprised by this one, especially in the future with AR technology. I agree with this, Adam. This is something that I think is going to not do great in the short term. But I think over time, as the technology develops, it's going to be pretty sweet. This is going to be something that looks so cool in people's museums, collections, whatever you want to call it, in the metaverse. But value-wise, I don't think this is going to be like one of those, holy grail collector, highly sought after, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000. It's not going to be one of those. But I think it's going to be amazing looking in the showrooms. Like everybody in the world knows T-Rex. Think about that, right? And this isn't just some random dinosaur that, this is literally the T-Rex in the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movies. Everybody knows those movies, I'm still bullish on Ultra Rare Dragon Girl. Let's go. I am too. It's funny? I just put mine up there, one of my duplicates for like 25K. And I was like, this is one of those pieces where I put it at a decently high price, but it could get sold. And Dragon Girl is one of those pieces that could just floors get swept, and you're looking at a 50K floor any day. That could happen at any moment. I think it's going to take until probably we have MTL, Omni NFT. That's the first ever artwork on the VeVe app. The last set in season 1. Think of how big one-of-one arts are going to be. All that kind of stuff. That's going to be huge. Those collectors are going to say, what was the first artwork on this app? That's why I love the Dragon Girls. I wasn't able to sell it. Couldn't let it go for 5K. I think it ran up to 5K when we had that big bull run. And there's only like 20 left or something crazy in the market. I love Dragon Girl Adam. I definitely agree. Once this goes viral, this won't be the doubling good. What do you think? I think you mean doubling good. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's only 1K right now. There's 888 editions, and people don't know the history yet. That was Simone Legnu, right? Simone Legnu, Tokidoki was the first ever license that VeVe secured. Think about that. The first ever brand, the first ever artist, because Simone Legnu is a co-founder of Tokidoki. So he's like an artist and a business at the same time, like an IP brand. So Tokidoki, Simone Legnu, was the first ever license that VeVe secured. VeVe's #1 license was Tokidoki. Simone Legnu got on board with David Yu. So they have the best relationship. That's why I think we saw that Ripmo get animated, because they're able to kind of control what they want to do with that. So I definitely agree, Adam. It's only a matter of time. I mean, as VeVe continues to become a household name, the Todd's going to go crazy. First set ever, season 1. First ever collectible. First ever NFT. First ever FA Batman. All that kind of stuff. Triple Crown winner, in my opinion. And then you have everything in season 1. If you believe in VeVe, season 1 stuff is like the grail, in my opinion. There's obviously grails above season 1, like later than season 1, but yeah, absolutely. Ultra Rare Roars. Yeah, I think this sounds amazing. I'm going to give my opinion price prediction real quick. I don't know if it's going to be real quick, actually. But let's start at the very beginning here. Like I said, the commons. I think the commons are going to flip the uncommons, because there's only like 1,000 difference. And people like, I mean, if I get a common on the drop, I'm going to go for one on the drop. If I get a common, I don't care what the price is. If it goes down to 20, if people sell under retail, because people will probably gamble. That's why the people gamble on the comic books. They're gambling $7 for that secret rare. The thing with the comics is those a secret rare odds are like 1 in 80, 1 in 60 sometimes. The odds on these, odds of a rare is 1 in 4. Odds of ultra rare is 1 in 8. So your odds are way better at getting one of these. Now, the difference is the $50 price point compared to $7. So the people gambling for those comics, $7 price point, they resell a common. That's why we see it at like $3. They're only losing $4. But the people who gamble for the ultra rare with the $50, if they end up, selling under retail, they could end up losing a lot more than $4. But, still, end of the day, I guess for people, they don't really care if they lose $20, $30 right away. But I do think the common's going to go under retail. Common could go under retail. But I still think the common's going to flip the uncommon. Common could get back to retail. I think the rare will be start. It really depends, again, guys, how the market opens up. That's always the determining factor. It really is a huge factor, because if the market opens up and there's only 5 ultra rares in there and nobody really got theirs distributed, that's going to be pretty expensive. The rare is going to be pretty expensive. But let's just say, at least when a few get in there or whatever the case is, I think it's still going to open up like a 2x. I think it's still going to be over $100, maybe work its way down to like 90, and then 80, and then maybe go back up to like 100-ish. Definitely going to be above retail, in my opinion. Because the animation just looks good. I know it doesn't have the sound, but I think the way it kind of moves around, people like that. But also what's going to hurt is people are getting tired of all these different poses. They really do like how Superman's, one of 8,888 editions. FA Joker's one of 7,500. Same with Harley Quinn, same with Todd. So people really do love the one collectible. They're getting pretty upset. I'm tired of all the different poses, I think. So that's going to hurt these a little bit. Ultra rare, I see this being at least a couple $100. I do see this being starting out 200, 250, and then maybe work its way down a little bit. It's going to fluctuate. It's going to go down a little bit, may have a big pump. Really depends on the whales if they want to stack this one, which they probably could. Maybe go up to 300-400 and then come back down to like 150, 200. It's kind of how I see this one. I'm going to go for one, hoping I get the ultra rare and just hold it. That's just what I want to do. I just want to get the ultra rare. I want to have the T-Rex with the noise in my showroom. Been waiting on this one, but if I get the common, I'm just going to hold that one too. Like I said, I like the common stationary pose with the mouth open. I probably won't pay a premium for the ultra rare. If I only get the common, I'll just be cool with that one. But that's just my game plan for this one. Let me get to some more comments. Got a couple great videos to go over today. Got a couple previews, trailers of the videos that go over. A new Predator. I heard it was drawn out, but the action scenes were intense, predictable, but intense. Yeah, I agree with this one. Drawn out, I would say probably because of that side storyline plot of like this whole kidnapping thing that happens. I would say in the very beginning, I was a little like underwhelmed just because I was trying to follow this like new storyline. But as it got going, I kind of, got into the storyline. I did like it. I'm about to give a little teaser of the movie away. So if you don't want any kind of teasers, just mute it. But if it's not gonna like, it would actually help you follow along probably in the movie a little bit more. So you may want to listen to this. So remember when in the first Jurassic Park movie, the Barbasol can, the guy who got the Barbasol can to kind of steal those, the embryo DNA, the guy who gave it to him. Remember when they sat down at like the dining room table or whatever it was, and the guy who gave him the Barbasol can to take it for his like new project, his new plan? Well, that guy is the owner, creator of this Biosyn lab, which is I'm not going to talk too much about it, but it's a pretty big deal in this new movie. So that's the part that's like tied in from that original Jurassic Park that I thought was amazing to see. Because you kind of like left, as the first original Jurassic Park ends, you're kind of left. I mean, you obviously know what happens, but you're kind of like, well, what happens from here on out, right? So this movie picks up like 30 years after Jurassic Park happened, and now we're kind of forced to kind of live with the world with the dinosaurs. So I was kind of like, how's this going to work out in the beginning? So I was kind of like underwhelmed. I was like, how's this going to play out and be interesting? But they made it pretty interesting. That's why, so I kind of went in there with almost like a stubbornness, like, how are they going to make this work kind of thing, But as I kept getting into it, I was like, okay, I kind of do like how they kind of put this together. So I liked it actually. And then the scenes were loud, so loud. Like I remember my grandma closed her ears a couple times just because how loud it was. But maybe that was just a theater we were in. But definitely the scenes were definitely intense, like crazy intense scenes. The dinosaurs. Drop a like. Hey, December, how we doing? How we doing, December Bitcoin? Did you go and see you can't see the movie, right? Do you plan to see the Jurassic World movie? Like once it comes out and it's kind of streaming all over? Because usually that's when I wait. I usually wait until it comes out, like after the theaters. I haven't been to the movie theaters in 5 years, minimum. Isn't that crazy? I didn't realize that's how long it's been. So shout out to VeVe. I mean, it got people like me to go out there and go see the movie. I mean, that's the whole game plan. That's the whole premise of it. I kind of just wanted to see the whole situation kind of develop. I do think, I saw a video from VeVe Vision. Shout out to VeVe Vision. They put out a great video. They went to go see it too. And they talked about how like the AMC, they just talked about the experience, right? Of getting the whole movie ticket for the NFT. And I kind of just wanted to go and see the whole process of it all too, right? So when I got there was a lady scanning the tickets, and I was like, Where do I get my free VeVe NFT? I kind of knew I didn't get it right there. I just wanted to see if she knew it. I was like, what if, I even told my grandma, I was like, what if we go there? She like has no idea what VeVe even is. Wouldn't that be funny? So I kind of wish I recorded it. But I went there. I was like, so when do I get my free VeVe NFT? And she just looked at me and said, this isn't in 3D. I was like, no. When do I get my free VeVe NFT? She said, NF what? I was like, okay. I guess you've never heard of VeVe. And she just looked at me like I was like, okay. I was like, so VeVe Vision brought this up too, because same thing happened with him. And he brought up a good point. Maybe in the future, you know, they could have some kind of agreement with AMC to where they have their employees just say something about, you know, as you scan your ticket, you'll get a free VeVe NFT promo code soon in the email. Like just something to where, because out of all the people in the movie theater, nobody knew what VeVe was besides my boy Tyler Gear, who you guys saw on the channel one time. I think he went to the same theater as me. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think so. So like nobody in there really knew even about VeVe. So I think if the person at the AMC theater who was scanning all the tickets would just say, you know, look out for your free VeVe NFT in the email or something like that, probably half of those people would download VeVe, because everyone had Jurassic Park gear on. Like they're big fans of it. So you call me VeVe team if you're watching. That's one thing I would suggest maybe in the future with the partnership with AMC, to have AMC kind of just tell all their employees after they scan the ticket, just mention, you know, look out for your free VeVe NFT promo code or something. So just a little something right there that I think could really, really be huge in the future. I mean, that'd be beneficial to the max right there. Because instead of having nobody know what VeVe is, everyone in the theater will be downloading the VeVe app in the theater pre the movie starting, because everyone's on their phones on the trailers and everything. So I was just thinking, I was like, man, all these people on their phones right now would be downloading the VeVe app as we speak. If the person at the tickets just said, download the VeVe app to get your free Jurassic Park NFT, everybody there would be like, I get an NFT of T-Rex. Like, that'd be huge. So just a little something there. Yeah, Simone, I think that's a good point too. The Jurassic Park movie series in general has just been dragged out, I think. I think you're right about that. I mean, they have 3 of Jurassic Parks, 3 of Jurassic Worlds now. What's that, 6 movies? I think it's 3 and 3. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it's 3 and 3. Let me know if I'm wrong. Maybe there's more that I don't know about. But 6 movies about like the same thing definitely could feel like it's dragged on, because it's like, how many other story plots can you really make, right? But you know, I do think, I don't know. I do think that it was a pretty good movie, though. Yeah, I agree with this, Kryptonic. Some liked it, but some liked it, but have to hear people trashing it. My kids liked it, so should I not like it because others don't? And there was a free NFT. Complainers are miserable. Yeah, I mean, some people definitely just didn't like it, which is definitely okay too. But yeah, I feel like there was a lot of bad reviews on it. I don't think it was as bad as some of the reviews were saying. I think people just had maybe their expectations set crazy high, like, which really, how much can you really expect for the 6th Jurassic Park movie, right? So my expectations were absolutely nothing. Like, I had no idea what to expect. I was just excited to see a Jurassic Park movie again, especially the new one. And then you got to see the first one. That was game changing. I think it would have been a little bit underwhelming, I guess, if you went to the theaters and you just saw the new one. I think what made it for me 100% was seeing that first movie. That double feature was literally made the whole experience worth it. Just something about that first one. It gives you that nostalgia feeling, and seeing how it ties in with the newest one, I thought it was awesome. The masses like it. I'm glad the masses like it. What up, BDK? How we doing? How we doing? when I say crap, I take music and directing techniques and tons of other stuff into the analytics of my opinions. Hey, good to know, Ronnie Lido. And like I said, just because you said you didn't like it, you know, Kryptoni said everybody who complainers are miserable. I'm not saying that you're a complainer or you're miserable at all, Ronnie, because there's a lot of people who just said, you know, they just didn't do anything for them, which I can understand in this movie. So I mean, absolutely. I mean, everyone's right to their opinion, you know. We're a 30-minute warning. Ooh, good, really interesting. Fans of Dinos will want this. Fans of Jurassic Park will want the AMC tickets NFT. Interesting. I think fans of dinosaurs will definitely want this one. You're right about that, because there's fans of dinosaurs who didn't really like Jurassic Park, you know? And this is the biggest, one of the biggest, most popular dinosaurs in the world. I think fans of Jurassic Park will want both. You know, it depends what that AMC ticket NFT is. Some people just say it's a poster. It could be multiple different posters I was thinking about. You know, you don't really know. The one thing that had a lot of people kind of hyped up was where they said, you know, I think it was in the email when they sent out the notification of the NFT and everything, it said something about, you know, hatches, your Dino NFT egg hatches, or it had that in there. I remember when I first saw that, immediately I thought, oh, we're getting a dino egg that hatches. But then I think the more that I talked to people, the more I understood that, no, it's probably just going to be a poster. So that's my theory on it. If it is a dino egg and it hatches, it would blow my mind and it would be a game changer. That kind of stuff would be game changing. So it's another thing. If the Call Me team's listening, maybe they could have something definitely be more complex though. So you got to tie that into it with, you know, got to put that, you got to think about that too, the complexity of it all. But that would be game changing. And I think you got like the VeVe community to go out just for those NFTs. You would get so many people to go out there to see any kind of movie if you got like a hatchable NFT that you could sell like in the egg or after a hatch. Like that's a whole different dimension that would be game changing. But I do think this is just going to be probably a poster, which is still pretty cool. But posters usually don't do amazing on the VeVe app. Great point here, Vidimon. Oh, that's a steal in my opinion. Drew NFT. Amazing Spider-Man #1, only $50. Whew. A lot of things are in the market just so cheap right now. And those are the kind of comics that I would focus on. You know, Amazing Spider-Man #1, Fantastic Four #1, even #5, Marvel Comics #1. These holy grail big time comics that are still going to be big even when the big comics come. Like people are kind of holding off on that Amazing Spider-Man #1 Drew NFTV just because people think that's going to get hurt when Amazing Fantasy, the FA of Spider-Man comes out, which everything in the market is going to get hurt when that happens. But just look in the real world how expensive the Amazing Spider-Man #1 still is. Even a low grade of that is like $30K. Like something crazy. So I think that one's forever going to be a big one. Spider-Man's iconic. So I'm only going to go for one December. Maybe two. But I think I'm just going to go for one. Miss Rose in the building. Are you going for two, Miss Rose? I know you're going for at least one of these. Got to get the T-Rex. How we doing? Energy, how we doing? You doing this drop live? I am. This is live right now. Oh, face. This is not a video right now. Sometimes I switch it up. You know, sometimes if I don't go live for the drop, I'll end up putting out a video or something like that later in the day. But I am live right now. So ask questions if you guys got any kind of questions. We got the legend himself, Sleeping Comics, in the building. How we doing, my man? How many are you going for today, Sleeping? I know you got a lot of gems saved up right now. You could Sleeping, I think, could change the market on the T-Rex himself right now. So when I say it depends if the whale stack, I'm really talking about Sleeping if he's stacking these right now. But I'm only going to go for one on the drop. I think it's kind of gambling, risking it if you go for, you know, a ton on the drop. But your chances are really good. I mean, let's look at the odds right here. And if you guys don't know how to look at the odds, really simple. Just go on your phone, go down. I'll tell you guys where the drop is going to be happening. But just look at the actual I guess, cards you would call them. They say the odds right on these. Yeah, it's not going to focus up for me right now, but it says common odds. You have a 1 in 2 chance getting a common. You have a 1 in 3 chance. Really a 1 in 2.8 chance for the common. You have a 1 in 3.14 chance for the uncommon. We have the rare 1 in 4.9, 1 in 4.97, and then the ultra rare 1 in 8.11. So I was saying the rare is 1 in 4. It's really like a 1 in 5 chance for the rare. Ultra rare, you have like a 1 in 8 chance. So compared to some of the comic sleeping rares, or sleeping, so I said sleeping rares. For some of the secret rares, I mean, the odds on some of those secret rare comics are like 1 in 60 sometimes. So they can be pretty hard to get. So for these ultra rares, I think we're going to see a lot of ultra rares in the live stream today. Hoping to see a lot of ultra rares in the live. Did you already talk about the possible resale value? I did, Mark Boychuk, but I'll talk about it again. I don't see these, being absolutely crazy. I don't see these going for like thousands of dollars or anything like that. I think this is more so, a drop for your collectors who want these in your showroom. I know for me, I talked about this earlier in the live stream, but we got more people in the chat, so I'll kind of go over it again. My game plan, I'm just going to go for one of these on the drop. If I get the ultra rare, I'm just going to hold it. I think the ultra rare could be a couple $100 right away. Like I said before, it all depends on how the market opens up. That's always like a huge determining factor right there. It could be, if there's only like 5 or 10 of these, you're pushing $500, I think. But as it kind of gets, more normal, I guess you would say, if the market opens up, quote unquote, normal with more entries in there, it's probably going to be about a couple hundred, I would say. That's my guess. For the rare, I see it being about 100, give or take. Could be a little bit lower as more and more get put in there, because I think they do like this animation. This is the one with the sound, so I'll talk about that in a second. People like the animation of this one, how it moves, but people love the noise of this one. So I think this is, when you think of T-Rex, you think of that loud noise. This is the one people are going to be targeting. Probably about $200 is how I see it. Maybe $250. Come back down to like $190. In that area is kind of where I see it. Uncommons and commons, I do see the possibility of these going under retail. But with that being said, I think the common's going to flip the uncommon. Because I know for me, if I go for the drop and I don't get that ultra rare, which I'm getting the ultra rare today. I am getting the ultra rare. But, if I go for a second one and say I get a common, I'm just going to hold the common no matter what, because I love the way this one looks. People love the mouth open. I don't really want the uncommon. And if I get the rare, I'll just hold the rare. I like how that, like I said, the way it moves. You guys haven't heard the voice? This is going to feel intimidating in AR. But let me just show you guys, if you guys haven't seen, which you probably have seen by now, what the rare animation looks like. Now, the difference with this one is there's no sound. But like I said, people are going to like the way this kind of moves around a little bit more, I think. People just like how it kind of moves its head. I wish the one with sound did that. Because if you put this in the corner of your showroom, people click on it, and then all of a sudden AR, it just comes and looks at you. Like, that would be pretty intimidating, I feel like. But I wish it did have sound. I wish it had sound so bad. Wish I had sound like that ultra rare number 2. Do you feel screwed buying the tickets now, not getting an FA? No, I don't feel screwed at all. I didn't think it was going to be an FA. I actually thought we would have got the dinosaur drop before the movie actually happened. So, I mean, I just went for it. That's why I didn't go absolutely hard on them, on those tickets. I only got the one ticket. Well, I got 2 tickets, I think, but I only scanned the one. Probably should have scanned the others, but I think I returned them. I'm pretty sure I returned them. So I only had the 2 tickets. Pull up that web app, JD. Yeah, Willow Kid. I had it up for a little bit early on. If you guys just want to sneak peek, sneak preview, of the web app. I want to be doing a lot of tutorials. I don't know why this is saved in my wish list. Oh, I do know why this is saved in my wish list. I keep changing the prices of this. I have this listed in the market. So it's just easy for me to click on and then change the price. But I can't wait until we got these showrooms really going, because I'm going to be streaming probably every night new showroom creations and just how to make showrooms and all kinds of stuff like that. The feed's not working just yet on the app or on the web app. You can definitely go on the market and just snipe some deals on the market. Go to comics. The market's down. I forgot because the drop's about to happen. That's why you can't see anything. Yep, something went wrong just because the drop's about to happen in 20 minutes. Here's my profile. Whole bunch of gems. Just kidding. I don't really have many gems right now. Only got a milli in here right now. Collectibles 296. Full sets 57 right now. Followers 4,662. Following almost 10,000 people. This is what people don't see on the actual VeVe app. So if you guys are following right now on the live stream and you guys want to figure out how to gain all your followers, obviously I posted a video on YouTube about how I was able to gain over 4,000 followers. Some of your simple stuff I'll talk about real quick again, a little reminder. You know, you can list some of your highly popular collectibles, like a Todd for 9 million, Rizzo for 9 million, Spider-Man for 9 million. Just remember when you do that, never use decimal points. Never, ever use decimal points. Just write out the full number, full amount, 9999999. Easy for people to find you, click on your profile, follow you. But along with that, there's some other things you can do that really help out big time. On the feed, so important, I think, for the algorithms. To constantly just post pictures, interact with people, tag people. You gain MCP points by doing that for free. And I think one thing that's helped me tremendously, like I said, is something that people don't talk about, is the following. People only see how many people that are following me. Follow as many people as you can. In the feed, in the comments. When you follow people, one, you're not spamming on the comments and being known as that dude who spams follow for follow. Like, you're just going to hurt your brand at that point. You know? So for me, probably half the people, look at that. 8,000 people I'm following, 4,000 people are following me back. If you follow, say, 100 people a day, that's hard to do. Make a goal for yourself, 20 people a day. You probably end up getting 10 followers a day just from doing that. So that's a big thing right there. So I know there's a lot of people in the live that are trying to grow their following. I feel like that's definitely a big thing that's helped me. Sleeping, do you know how many you're going to go for? Are you just going to go for one today? Oh, Miss Rose not going for the drop today. Skip gate. Shout out to Miss Rose for making a decision. Because you got to make a decision at the end of the day. You know, you're going to gamble. You're going to go for one. You're going to skip it and just pick them up in the market. I think you will probably pick up the common, the uncommon in the marketplace. I think the ultra rare is only going to be about, you know, a couple $100. Ultra rare number 2. Shout out to Willow Kid for tuning in today. I'm staying out of this drop. Miss Rose is always common gang. Very true. Very true. She's been on the common gang struggle bus lately. Sounds like when my kids don't do the dishes. Knight Rider. Hey, JD, what's up? Hope all is good. All is well, my man. I'm going to dive into a couple of videos real quick. Appreciate you for tuning in, asking Knight Rider. Hope all is well with you, too. I'm going to be going over a couple of videos. Just haven't got to them just yet. I'll just keep what I get. I like dinos. That's how I feel, too, sleeping. Just going for one. That's how I feel. You know, I like dinosaurs. I like T-Rex a lot, so I'm just going for one. I'm going to hold a common even if it goes down to $10. I don't think it's going to go down that low. I think it could go down to like 30, 25. I see the uncommon going to like maybe 20, 25. I see the common going like 30, 35, and then working its way back up. I'm always one of I'm almost always none or common. D. Ramos, always keep what you minted. Great point, because there will come a time where original owner is huge. People just don't realize that or don't think like that just yet. But it's almost like a new car. You know, used cars work just as well. Used collectibles work just as well, you know? But for your big time collectors who have a premium to spend, like have a big budget, they're going to want something that most people can't get. So if they see a Todd McFarlane Batman, the first ever VeVe NFT with one owner, they're going to target that one. Same with any other collectible. I just use Todd because that's the first VeVe NFT. I still have two that originally owned. Those are just being posted up in my showroom. Never going to sell them unless someone comes in and makes an offer in the showroom for something I just can't refuse. Good morning, C. Rios. Oh, man, I got around 500 followers and following at the moment, around 4,000 people. Oh, man. All right, so I guess following people isn't the end-all, be-all. Knight Rider, I feel like it's a combination of everything. Also, I feel like I kind of started that a little bit later in my journey. I don't know if I did or not, though, because I was following pretty much everyone from the very beginning. That's another thing I feel like. It's something to where if you just start this, even last month or something, it's probably going to take time because I feel like you got to build that traction up. I don't know if it's because of the algorithms or what, but I feel like it takes a while to grow on VeVe. So it's just about consistency. Because a lot of people are going to stop. You know, a lot of people that grind for a while, they take off, take those breaks. And that's when, if you keep on going, you'll start to pass them. So let's dive into a video right now before we run out of time. First one I want to dive into is from VeVe 3. Heather and Corey making amazing content. This is a 7-minute long video, so it'll be right up before the drop. The other videos I have are just some, little trailers, I guess you would say. This is an older prologue from November 23rd, 2021. And that's about 5 minutes. Kind of pumps you up a little bit. And then a 2-minute long trailer. Maybe I'll play this one first because it's a little bit shorter. Look how many views are in this trailer. Obviously, they probably promoted this from Universal. But 54 million views. Come on now.
Welcome back to VeVe 3 with me, Corey, aka Old Rhubarb on VeVe, and
me, Heather, from the VVT, and also Heroes and Heroines.
And if you couldn't tell from that intro soundtrack scroll, link to the creator in the video description, Jurassic Park, the first ever drop for it on VeVe, is inbound.
And Jurassic World Dominion is dropping 4 collectibles on Sunday, June 12th at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. All 4 collectibles are variations of the Trex, and it is dropping in a blind box format at 50 gems each.
And we're going to look at what's dropping, the variants, and all of that good stuff. But we thought it important to talk a little bit about Jurassic Park as a franchise and kind of understanding the difference between what is merchandise and what is a collectible. Let's get into this thing.
The licensor for this drop is Universal Games and Digital Platforms. It's good to see this relationship continuing because even if you aren't a huge Jurassic Park fan, this licensor has a ton of potential brands, including some we have already seen on the app.
And for me, as someone who is here for premium digital collectibles and NFTs from niches that have tremendous real-world value, that entire black and white monster movie section is just a gold mine, especially if you're here for officially licensed movie posters.
As for Jurassic Park, the franchise was started with the first movie premiering June 11th of 1993. Since then, there have been 6 movies and 1 short
Shout out to everyone else who was born in 93. Let's go. 90s, baby.
Film, with the latest movie that this drop is based on, Jurassic World Dominion, releasing just yesterday. The movies are essentially grouped into 2 trilogies, 3 movies for Jurassic Park and 3 movies for Jurassic World.
And that first movie, Jurassic Park, when it premiered, it was unlike anything that had really been seen on cinema up to that point, and it made Jurassic Park a cultural phenomenon. It was the foundation that launched the Jurassic Park franchise into the top 10 highest grossing movie franchises.
It's one of my favorite movies,
time.
I think.
And it spawned a fandom strong enough to justify Universal building amusement parks themed around it. And the unfortunate thing is that most of the follow-up movies failed to kind of recapture that initial magic of the very first Jurassic Park movie. As of this moment, Jurassic World Dominion is performing rather poorly, with many people feeling, myself included, that the inclusion of the actors from the original movies was more marketing fan service than something that told a really truly compelling story.
Now let's talk about some of the merchandise related to Jurassic Park. What's valuable and what's the equivalent of a McDonald's Happy Meal limited release toy? As folks who are here for the premium digital collectibles, the premium aspect of choosing what to collect is important to us. Value in Jurassic Park is different than value for some other franchises. Jurassic Park collectibles, from what we could research, seem to fall into 4 major categories: signed memorabilia, sealed toys and products, original posters, and certified original movie props.
And the values, as you could see that we were popping up on the screen, they really vary depending on the niche, but most of the value are things that are related to that very first 1993 Jurassic Park movie. And this T-Rex is one of the most iconic aspects of the Jurassic Park franchise.
Let's go.
With the skeleton skull being central to the actual branding. The most valuable Jurassic Park toy we could locate was the Carnotaurus Demon, which rolled out in 1994 and resells for a little more than $1K, sealed and in pristine condition. The most valuable T-Rex itself is the young Tyrannosaurus Rex, which released in 1993, right after the release of that original film.
While linking physical values to NFTs can be some risky business, but it does give us a basis of understanding to try to compare values.
9 minutes
Let's look what's
to the
being
drop.
dropped and how many are being minted across the variants.
First, the attack-ready T-Rex is coming in a common and minting 9,250 editions. It's good to see the starting mint being under 10K. It's hard to gauge which pose is preferable because this being in the mix with 2 animated pieces will likely make them irrelevant to anyone who isn't a set collector or super fan. But if you are a super fan, you're probably just going to dig this mouth open, toothy pose.
Next, the uncommon is titled the Ultimate Apex Predator, and it is minting 8,250 editions. A very slight reduction in mints and not that monumental of a shift from the common pose. The mouth is now closed, and I was lucky enough to get the web platform beta, so as for rotating this one around, we can see some of the wonky rendering going on. Unsure if it's going to remain like this, but given we saw David Yu teasing this on his Instagram nearly a year ago, we have to wonder why it's not super clean given the amount of time that has passed since then.
Our first animated is the rare, and it's minting 5,000.
That's a good point. I mean, a lot of us have been here when they first teased it on Instagram, and we were so excited for it back then. And it has been a while. And I'm sure, I think what's happening is probably just the other big catalysts are taking priority. And then, excuse me, maybe in a few weeks, a couple months, after they're able to kind of catch their breath a little bit and these big catalysts do come out, I think we'll probably see like an update of a lot of these collectibles. I know Electra is one of them that people want updated. This is probably going to be one, too, that's going to be updated and be a little bit more cleaner, I would imagine.
1,250 editions.
Real quick, that's kind of the pro and con of being in that closed ecosystem. They have the ability to update, make them look better, but at the same time, people say, don't change my NFT, so.
It's a decent reduction in mints. No sound, but we are getting some really solid motion. In the real world, I'd love to have something like this sitting on my collection shelf, just sauntering around and looking menacing. The motion and movement is super clean and enjoyable to look at. Having this one and the next one being animated and with the mint reductions, it makes the first 2 rarities almost guaranteed to be under or around retail.
Last, with sound and animation, we have the Ultra Rare, which is minting 3,250 editions. The roar is epic.
It is epic.
And it screams nostalgia. For fans of the movie or even people just vaguely familiar, the sound is synonymous with Jurassic Park T-Rex. Again, this is a pretty smooth animation and sound.
I'm going to be taking a bunch of AR videos of the ultra rare number 2 T-Rex at the golf course.
But we still have some wonky rendering peeking through on the haunches. Gotta hope that gets cleaned up eventually.
And for us, while we are big fans of Jurassic Park, I don't think we're fans to the level of let's buy things and decorate our house with Jurassic Park swag. We got a t-shirt here, a video game there. And if you're in that same boat with us, you kind of have to look at the franchise, the history of the franchise, and the products related to it to kind of gauge what is a collectible, what's merchandise, what's going to have value. If you're in the business of buying and selling, those are kind of the metrics you got to kind of look for. And based on that, given what we've researched and what I'd like to collect, the value of the Jurassic Park NFT collectibles niche will probably be researched.
This is something I would want, but I don't have 32K for it. But imagine that. Actually having Mr. Hammond's Jurassic Park Amber Tip Cane, that would be awesome. That's something that you wouldn't even want to use, but I would use that. I would walk around with the cane. That would be insane. But I don't have 32K to drop on that.
What I'd like to collect, the value of the Jurassic Park NFT collectibles niche will probably be replicas of some of those iconic props and pieces from the original movie. If they drop something like an animated version of Ned's shaving cream cannon,
I do see this happening. Because you got to think, this is the Jurassic Park collection, right? This is just the T-Rex collection right now, but we're going to see all the Jurassic World, Jurassic Park stuff. So I definitely see like the little props that'll be coming eventually.
limited quantity, that's something that I think people would be very, very excited about.
This is the scene, by the way, that I was talking about in the beginning of the live stream. If you guys were in for it, that guy right there is the head of the new Biosyn company lab in the new movie. So pretty cool that they tied that in together. And Biosyn's like the new evil big lab company. That's all I'll say about that.
Customers can even check it if they want to. Go on.
And if you think this is a super collectible that you just can't miss out on, leave us a like and a comment below. Tell us what you think.
4 minutes.
If you have any additional information about Jurassic Park you'd like for us to know, definitely include that as well. And while the franchise has said this looks like it is the end of the Jurassic World trilogy, it doesn't mean it's the end of the Jurassic Park franchise.
I agree.
And we're super excited to see what the promo NFT is from VeVe that drops on the
I think there will be another one. It just won't be. It'll probably be the start of a new trilogy, to be honest.
16th after seeing the double feature, and we'll be very curious to see how this plays in with this drop.
And that's a wrap for this info dump. Best of luck if you decide to go for this one. Jurassic Park super fans, we are stoked for you. I know a lot of you have been waiting a very, very long time for this drop, and it's good to see them coming through with it. Until the next info dump video, this is Corey.
And Heather.
Signing off.
Great video, guys. Great video. We got 3 minutes and 14 seconds. I got time to play this quick little. That's not the quick one. Little hype video, I think. Might have time, might not. It's going to be close.
Something that was real. Something that they could see and touch. Creation is an act of sheer will.
Isn't it wild to think about? Like, these aren't just some made up things. Like, dinosaurs were actually real living creatures, animals on our earth. That's crazy to think about, right?
Life will find a way.
2 minutes and 15 seconds.
We can't keep her here forever.
They find out we're never going to see her again. We got to protect her. That's our job.
Humans and dinosaurs can't coexist.
Wow.
We created an ecological disaster.
Ellie Sattler.
Alan Grant.
You didn't come out all this way just to catch up now, did you?
You coming or what?
I'm going to get to the drop. Let you guys know, show you where it comes out real quick. The drop will be happening by now. We'll show right under the comments here, right under that like. 1.8 likes, 330 comments, a lot of likes, which usually says it's going to do pretty well. Not too many comments. Again, I do think the uncommon is going to go under retail. 1 minute to the drop. I'm going to go for one of these. Shout out to my coffee gators. We got my alarm going off. 50 seconds. Good luck, everybody. Where's the buy now going to be? Block Max. Hopefully you're able to see where I just showed you. Right under the comment, right under the heart, right above the text. Kind of that sweet spot right in between. Boom, right there. I think we'll probably be able to just react to this one. I don't think it's going to sell out in 0.5 seconds. Shout out to everyone who got the ultra rare. I just got the ultra rare. Let's go. 12 seconds, y'all. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, here it is. Ultra rare. Ultra rare. Talk gate. Every time I did that, it would actually work. I got the secret rare Black Panther that way. Crazy, crazy, crazy times. I'm only going for one though. 679 ultra rare. 3-digit ultra rare. Ultra rare. Ultra rare. Oh no. Got the uncommon. Oh man. That's not the one I wanted. It's the exact opposite one I wanted. All right, yeah, they're still available. Uncommon, BDK got a dub. They're still available. Wow, 623. Rare. Simone, if you predicted that, that would have been crazy. At least you got a 3-digit. Wow, a lot of 3-digit. Shout out to my guy, Rickard Broma. 290. That's big time right there, Rickard. 3-digit, and you got the animated one. Oh, man, you got me to go for this. Rich buddy. Did you FOMO in? Ultra rare Remedies World got one. Man, that's awesome. Dubs, how we doing? Anybody get anything crazy? I do think the uncommon, the one that I got, unfortunately, will go under retail. I hope it doesn't. Went for a second one, and I'm done. Shout out to BDK. Rare number 255. Yeah, low mints will still be really good. Wow, shout out to everyone. Everyone's getting low mint rares. Let's go. If you guys want to see what the... Actually, you guys probably can see the animation on here now, right? Since it's over. Let's take a look. Maybe it looks a little bit better on our phones. Wow, ultra rare 517 BDK. Oh, yeah, guys, this looks way better on the phone. Holy cow. Wow, looks way better. That's so funny that they do that. So actually, I like the fact that they do that. So the real fans still go for it. And then the people just trying to flip it, like the bots, they'll just pass and it ends up looking amazing. I really wish they just made the two animations together. Kind of had like a double animation for one to where the dino moves his head and it roars. I'm going to take a video of this first and then I'm going to show you guys. Zoomed up close, animation looks amazing. Like the details on the dino look amazing. It's hard to see it through the phone, through the screen, but if you just look at it on your phone, I think it looks pretty sweet. Yeah, for some reason the it just looks a little bit worse on the oh my god, December got an ultra rare. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Oh my gosh, give it up one time for December. Let's go. That's amazing. I just stopped what I had to say. I stopped what I was going to say for that. I was going to say, it's just, for some reason they always look a little worse on the web app. I minted 0, feeling good. That is amazing. Wow, first ultra rare for Eric Nolan too. D Ramos ultra rare. That's amazing. Crypto superhero rare and ultra rare. Wow. So many. That's what I was saying. I knew a lot of people were going to get them because you have a 1 in 8 chance. I don't think people really look at the odds too much, but I mean, that's going to be the determining factor. Some of these secret rare comics, or should I say, some of these sleeping rare comics. That's the new name for him. After Sleeping just got 100 of those secret rares, his new name for the secret rare new name is the Sleeping Rares. The odds on those are so crazy. It's like 1 in 60, 1 in 70 sometimes. But the odds on this ultra rare is 1 in 8. That's just why I thought a lot of people would be getting it today. But I still didn't think December was going to be getting one. That's huge. BDK, huge 517, man. Shout out to everyone who got the lowest mints or low mint ultra rares. It's Village. His price prediction for the ultra rare is 180 after 24 hours after the drop. I think the ultra rare is going to be, 200, 250 right away, and then I would say 24 hours after the drop. Yeah, that's a good price prediction. I was gonna say like 190. It's a pretty good price prediction right there. 180 after 24 hours after the drop. You seem a little fired up. I got to get my contacts. I hate always wearing my glasses. I've been wearing my sunglasses over my glasses lately. Got to get prescription sunglasses too next. Jacko, if they got the ultra rare, my man. I still can't believe December got the ultra rare. Let's go. Was it a low mint ultra rare December? Just to add to the hype. Not a bad idea, K Walker. Chronic Jesus says, I can't believe I bought one, but I got an ultra rare. That's big time. I think the ultra rares will do great. I mean, it's probably going to be like 200 in this down market. I think when things pump, I think it's going to be between like 500 and 1,000. When things pump, not right now. Oh my gosh, Superman went super crazy today. No way, Melker. You got so unlucky today. If you minted 7, and you only got commons and uncommons, that's actually harder to do than to grab a rare or like an ultra rare. Ultra rare odds are 1 in 8. Rares are 1 in 5. So you just got unlucky today, Milker. Oh my gosh, low mint ultra rare. Siri got you the ultra rare. Wow, 30-second game time decision. I'm surprised I didn't get anything good. I kind of want to take a look at 2204A, still solid. Doesn't even matter if you got the last mint. Well, last mint would be crazy expensive, but you're like a crazy high mint, I should say. Ultra rare is the one you wanted, and you got it. Oh my god, I can't believe it. You know who? Miss Rose. Miss Rose, today was your day. What if you were supposed to get the ultra rare and you just missed it because you're usually common gang? Hodge and Edge is common gang today. Ooh. Probably go Daisy and Donald Golden Moment. That's another one I was thinking about picking up soon. Get another duplicate. I actually just did pick up a Donald Duck card. I was thinking about completing that set. Goofy's way too cheap right now. But those golden moments, I love Donald Duck and Daisy Golden Moment. That's a big one. I don't know if I love it as much as Kay. Kay was getting like 100 of them at like $400 price point. I mean, I still think that's cheap long term. Long term, I mean, this is Donald Duck, Daisy, first appearance in all gold Disney Golden Moment. Easily over $1,000. I see. I think I even paid $1,000 for my first one when it first came out. I overpaid big time on that one. I was thinking about scooping up a couple more at the $200 range, $220, I think it is right now. Should have scooped up more at the $199 range. Yeah, Ian Divine, I definitely people have been waiting a while for this one, especially me. But I think what not pisses people off, but maybe makes people frustrated is all the different poses. People kind of thought originally that we were going to get the T-Rex, the Gate, the Jeep, a different Dino. So the fact that we got T-Rex in 4 different poses, I think just rubs people the wrong way. Especially on top of, you got that. And then also you just have a down market sentiment. The market sentiment's pretty low right now. So I think the combination of everything. Oh my gosh, JAMC got a 52 rare. Waiting for the Miss Rose Ultra Rare 2-digit. I know, right? When is she going to get one? Is she going to FOMO into buying one? It could be a big one. Wow, Ed Feely got 2 rares. Shout out to Ed. Crypto Superhero, 2 ultra rares and a rare. I feel like I took a L today's drop because I only got the high mint uncommon. That's like the one I didn't want, but it happens. It happens. Excuse me. A lot of people won today though. I feel like with the odds, a 1 in 5 chance on the rare, 1 in 8 chance on the ultra rare. I definitely felt pretty good about the odds there. And how would you decide these options? Would you rather buy 2 Timon and Pumbaa Golden Moments or 1 Daisy and Donald Golden Moment? Oh, I still say, do you already have 1 Donald and Daisy Golden Moment, Knight Rider? If you already have 1 Donald and Daisy, I would probably get a second one so you could flip that later. Because I think Donald and Daisy Golden Moment will be one of the bigger Golden Moments. I don't think it'll pass R2, C-3PO, or like Walt, but it's going to be up. It's going to be. I mean, Donald Duck's one of the most popular characters, and you have Daisy in the same statue. 2 FAs that are big time. Any Disney fan is going to want that. And I only say that because Timon and Pumbaa I love a lot too, because it's the first ever Lion King. But I think if there's more Lion King collectibles that come out, it could hurt that one. Depending on how popular the next one that comes out. I love both of them. Now, if you didn't have a Donald and Daisy Golden Moment, you might want to go with the 2 Pumbas so you can flip one, hold one. I still would rather maybe go with the Donald and Daisy just because of how powerful that IP is. I mean, Lion King IP is huge, like big time. But there's a lot of popular characters in that, to where when they drop, these other ones could get hurt a little bit. Donald and Daisy FA is just like, when you think of Disney, I think of Mickey, Minnie, Donald. So, and that's coming from someone who's not huge into all these different characters. And I know how big Donald Duck is. So that's just how I kind of would decide that Knight Rider. Timon and Pumbaa may take longer to go back up. Either one's a win, though. If you decide to go 2 Pumbas there, 1 Donald and Daisy, either one's a win. I think the bigger win will be the Donald and Daisy, though. I could be wrong, though. Like, I just know with all the different poses, Ian, I feel like it's a double whammy. Like, I think it's not selling out because the overall market sentiment is just low. The world economics are pretty crazy right now. Gas is like over $10 some places, which is wild. It was like $1.80. But that's a whole different debate. You know, I could probably spend a couple live streams just on that topic alone, but I won't even go into that on YouTube. But the combination of like the world economics and everything like that, market's low, sentiment, on top of all the different poses, if there was just one T-Rex that was animated with sound, with motion, and there was only, say, 8,000 of them, 10,000 of them, that would, I think, go better than like the different broken up poses. Oh, man. Are they the same prices right now, Willow? This is a tough one right here. You guys hit me not with some easy questions. That's a good thing, though, because that means that you guys are really thinking. Superman or R2? And you probably only have one of each or maybe none of each right now. Both are like super popular. Like when I think of choices, I think of what does everybody know worldwide? Everyone knows Superman, but everyone also knows R2-D2 character. Like I didn't really know Star Wars that well. I knew Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, C-3PO, R2-D2. You know, like those are like Yoda, like those are like the main. And Star Wars is so like a cult following, like passionate, hardcore. I know how crazy those fans are. So because of that, I feel like R2 could potentially reach higher price in the short term. The long-term aspect, I love the R2 being the first round of those golden moments, like that first week. I think there will be a weight to that, even though they're all broken up in like different sets themselves. Superman, there's only one Superman. Like just one Superman by itself. Maybe we'll get more, but that's always going to be the FA Superman. The good thing about Superman is that it's one of those characters set up to where we could have accessories on it. I don't think the Golden Moment R2-D2 is going to be able to be modified, changed at all. Which I still don't know if that's going to hurt its impact at all. It could still be huge just because it's the first ever Star Wars collectible, which will be big. Superman's going to be huge once we get different capes. Like imagine next week they roll out not just a collectible, but we're getting accessories, all different capes, all different rarities. And you could get the gold fluorescent animated cape for Superman. Secret rare. That's going to go. Everyone's going to rush to get a Superman who doesn't have one at that point. And man, I'm just trying to talk out kind of like my thoughts on them both. If you had to buy one, the good thing is you could go with a Superman and then maybe go with a C-3PO, and then you still have the first Star Wars NFT, just not the full set. I don't know price point wise if how cheap C3PO is right now. Oh, if you already have a Superman, then I wouldn't sell Superman for the R2. Hardcore Star Wars kid, and I have C3, so I'd be completing the set. Oh, so you have Superman and C3PO. I would probably just hold that, my man. Superman's definitely a grail. Superman right now isn't really talked about as being a grail. It's kind of people just talked about as like a blue chip. But for me, I kind of look at all this a little bit differently than most people because I didn't come from like an expert in just Star Wars, or I wasn't really into anything like superhero wise. I just knew Batman really well. I like Batman. Obviously, like kind of Spider-Man too, but like I know how huge Superman is. Like my grandma was like, "You need Superman." Like Superman, you walk down the street, ask any little kid how old they are, adult, older, elderly person, they're gonna know Superman. And if you said, "Do you think the first appearance of Superman is valuable?" They're probably gonna shake their head like, "Yeah," even if they have no idea. If you said you think the first appearance of R2-D2 is valuable, they might be like, I know R2-D2, kind of from Star Wars. Both are huge, though. I would say if you already have C3PO and you already have a Superman, I wouldn't sell those two. Those two are like non-sellable items for me, I would say. I would maybe just try to, work your way up to a R2-D2 somehow. Either if that's adding in gems, or if you don't want to add in gems, maybe just sell some other collectibles. Every time someone says just sell another collectible, I'm like, yeah, but I don't have another collectible that I'm willing to sell. So I know that struggle. Everyone's like, yeah, but you got duplicates. It's like, yeah, but my duplicates are too big to let go right now. So it's like, I know the struggle of that. I look through my collection all day, every day, nonstop, saying like, okay, what can I let go of? And I end up saying like nothing, so it's tough. But if it was me, Willow, my final answer, yeah, would be try to find another way to grab R2. I don't, even if Superman dips, people will say Superman dips because it was already artificially inflated. I mean, I guess technically so, but if it was artificially inflated because of Ray Fix or whatever, it's because he believed in that worldwide. It's not like when he talked about Harley Quinn non-FA, non-FE going crazy. It's not like a random collectible. This is Superman FA. There's Batman, there's Spider-Man, there's Superman. Like those three, in my opinion, are like untouchable. Superman, Batman, Spider-Man. Like I'm never getting. Only way I would get rid of a duplicate Superman is if I see another Holy Grail comes out and I absolutely need that collectible. And I would never let go of a Superman if I only had one. Like I'm always going to have one Superman. December. Good night, December. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you specifically for tuning in as always. And I'm so happy you got the ultra rare. So deserved. I definitely agree. T-Rex is going to be dope in the showrooms. I may have to come spend a gem or two and to go to December showroom now. Definitely love the ultra rare. Miss Rose, did you FOMO in buying one, or did you just hold off? Stick to your strategy. Tired of getting commons. I do think the common's going to flip to uncommon. BDK, appreciate you for tuning in today. An amazing drop today, man. Congrats on the ultra rare. Common, yeah, so 3 digits, no matter the rarity, will definitely have a value. Now, one thing you can do when the market opens up is kind of sort the filter, like go to the top corner, sort the filter by lowest edition first, so you can go in and see where the 400 mid's selling for, see where the 325 mid is selling for, and kind of see where yours fits in there. It doesn't mean you have to sell yours for that amount because most likely those prices are going to be pretty low. They're going to get bought up by the people that believe in it, find some deals. So the longer you wait with those low mints, I think the more premium price you could probably find. Smart move. And shout out to you for having the discipline, sticking to your strategy. I like it. But yeah, 350, those low mints, especially, a lot of times it doesn't even matter if it's a common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare. If it's a low mint, there's going to be a market for that. So as a new user, just make sure you always look at the mint number, not just the rarity. In the short term, I don't think the low mints are going to be very expensive, but if you're able to hold on to it, I think there will be a premium for that. My uncommon got delivered. So I do think the market's going to open up decently expensive and then kind of work its way down. There's still 2,339 ultra rares to be delivered, and the market's probably going to open up in the next couple of minutes. So I probably see it starting out kind of high and then working its way down. Man. Does anybody know what I could do? Because I got filters going crazy, air purifiers, and like still I get congested. And I don't even know if it's just my room anymore, because I think honestly it might just be how I am, and I just don't notice it until I'm actually on like camera being like filmed. But I don't know, that it always seems to kind of happen when I'm down here. So 1,000, how we doing, fam? Solid move, Super Rush. If you were, really limited on gems and you didn't have any collectibles you wanted to sell or anything like that, I think it would have definitely been the right drop to probably pass. I got the uncommon. I got the one I didn't love today, so I'm just going to stick with it. If the ultra rare dips down really, really low, I'll grab it. But I got a feeling it's probably going to be at least a few $100. I may even get a common just so I have the two static poses. I really want the one with the mouth open. I was actually hoping for a common today because of that. I feel like for me, this isn't one of those collectibles that like I'm going to go all out. You must have. Sometimes when something crazy drops like that ultra rare Darth Vader FA, if something else crazy dropped that I felt like, okay, this is an absolute holy grail, must have, I would do whatever it took to get that, right? But this one, I may just have to pass on the ultra rare, probably come back to it eventually at some point. Alien adjustment. Vader or Todd? Wow, 51 common, Ian Devine. That's big. That's big time. That's huge. That'll go for a premium. Shout out to you, Ian. Good job on that. I think long-term Todd, but I don't know how long it's going to take to get there. Short-term, Vader's going to go crazy. Ultra rare FA Darth Vader's big time punch. Until VeVe becomes that household name and it's marketed and promoted everywhere by these big brands, like that's when people are going to be like, you have the first VeVe NFT? Right now, majority of the world's like, what's a VeVe? Like some people are still saying, what's an NFT? So, but everyone knows Darth Vader. First appearance of Darth Vader, like that's just like walking down the street. Everybody knows Darth Vader. Everyone knows Batman too. So saying first appearance of Batman will be a big deal. But Batman fans, Star Wars fans, I feel like Star Wars fans are more like cult driven, more hardcore, willing to spend more money, like that kind of stuff. So, but once VeVe becomes that Amazon to people, there was a point where people didn't know what Amazon was, right? And if you had Amazon, it would be like you're putting your credit card online. It was kind of like niche, and it was kind of like not the standard. Once it became that standard, now you're looked up above. You're almost like a higher. It's not quite like a blue check mark or anything like that, but it's like, oh, you have Amazon Prime, because Amazon's a big deal now. Once VeVe becomes a big deal, and you're a master collector or you're ranked X, or you have the first ever NFT, that's when I see it being like, holy cow, you have a Todd McFarlane Batman? How did you get that? It may take some years, it may take, I don't think it's going to take as long as people think, but I say Vader in the short term, Todd in the long term. Yeah, I agree. Well, it's just like if you believe in VeVe, then I think you should believe in a Todd to get that. Because Todd's stock is like VeVe stock, you know? Vader stock is kind of like the Star Wars stock. I would say Todd's like Batman and VeVe. Oh, market open. I got VeVe Premium. Let's go. And there will be, you know, people. That's a great point right there. Wow, Willow. It really will be like a Amazon Prime because the master collectors will get, I forget what it's called now, but they'll get that subscription for free or whatever it is, and people can pay for it. So that's going to be interesting, that dynamic. Let's find out how it did or how it's going. All right, the common, 25. That's exactly what I predicted. Uncommon, 25. I thought this would flip the common and be about 30. Woo! Ultra rare is a 149, 199. Okay. 199, 200. What's the rare? Rare's at 55. So rare's a little bit lower than I thought. Rare's just above retail. 55 now, 69. Ultra rare is down to 195. Pretty much what I thought, though. You know, a couple hundred for that ultra rare. I feel pretty spot on with these predictions. The only thing I was wrong about was the rare. Rare. I thought the rare would be 2x, probably about 190-ish. But we shall see. Ultra rares dip into 130, 150. Yeah, maybe it is just called VeVe Premium. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ultra Rare Vader, I think, is definitely a grail. It's one of those that we've been waiting for a long time, and not like waiting like Jurassic Park, where Jurassic Park's like we've been waiting because it's a cool one. Like I think people were excited to have like the gate in your showroom opening or something like that. The Jeep as a vehicle, the T-Rex. I think it surprised everyone that they're going with just all different poses just for the T-Rex. Yeah, Ultra Rare Darth Vader, originally owned. That's a big one, man. That's so big. Especially because that's the only one that's animated. So people are just going to be, in my opinion, that's like the uncommon and the common Vaders are almost like the Joe M of that set. Like Todd's going to get out of reach. The Rizzo's going to get out of reach. That's like the ultra rare Darth Vader animated. People are not going to be able to get that one. The uncommon and the common are going to be like the Becky and the Joe. It's kind of how I look at that. That's why I got a couple of those uncommon, couple of the common, because I do plan to flip them eventually. But I'm hoping to at least get like a couple hundred for that uncommon. So that's just kind of my game plan on that one. I think Darth Vader is going to be big. Todd's going to be big. R2-D2 is going to be a big one too, though. So I would definitely try to double back eventually and grab R2 before we do hit another bull run. Shout out to non-fungible Alex, the worst fantasy football player of all time. I'm just kidding. I had to do that. Heard that Johnny's getting sponsored by VeVe. Let's go. Sponsored by VeVe to the PGA Tour. I'm a free agent, though, so you know I got to decide offers from the Live Tour, the PGA Tour. You know, Johnny Dunn is a free agent, though, right now. But shout out to everyone in that Omi Fantasy Football League. We all know Alex, you know, terrible commish, made it so I couldn't make the playoffs. I'm only kidding, man. Take the money and run. Yeah, facts. I'm excited for the new football league, though. I'm definitely excited. Let me know what's going on with that. If we end up doing I don't think it's going to be what do you call it? I forget what I'm even trying to say here. I've never played them, so I always forget the name of them. I like it when you restart each year. But let me know the details on that whenever we find out. Let's go. Can't wait to hear it, Willow. Drop the bars. Willow spits, man. Dynasty. That's it. I can't believe I forgot it. Yeah, Dynasty League. I never play them, so I always forget, what they're called. Yo, let's go. Can you imagine that, Willow? Man, that would be amazing. I get the whole set. You kidding me? Would you guys want this to happen? They need to do an influencer drop, ultra rare collectibles, Johnny Dunn, Taps, Randy, Cavell. Man, that'd be awesome. I can't wait until they do. I think they will. It's just going to be a matter of time. It won't happen in the next couple months. It may take a little while, but man, I definitely need that to happen. When that happens, Willow, I'm going to clip this. This is the funniest comment. Oh my God. That's hilarious. Man, I hope not non-fungible. Come on, Alex. Saying we're all going under retail. That's actually hilarious, though. That'd be like, dang, I'm under retail right now. I'm only worth $30. Man, that's hilarious. I'm crying right now, actually. That's really funny. It probably would if it dropped right now. Actually, it probably would. Depends how many editions they make. If they make 10,000, 50,000 editions, we going under retail. Oh, 5-year anniversary. I think that's more of like the timeline. It's not going to happen in the next few months, but next few years, I could see that, Willow. I could see that happening. Maybe then we get some commercials going, some acting going. That's one thing I want to be. I want to be in a VeVe commercial so bad. I remember some of my first emails I sent to the VeVe team. I even have them on Instagram, I think. I kind of want to bring it up because it's actually hilarious. Let me see if I can. I don't know which Instagram account I was on. And it's early up in the messages, so I got to take a little while to find this real quick. May take me a little while to scroll up here. But I remember my first message to them. I said something. I sent them a DM and then an email too. It was wild. I said something like, I want to be like your first ever live performance in augmented reality. And then I said, like, I would love to be in commercials. I don't even think I can scroll up that far anymore. It's not even letting me scroll up on here. Wow. May 13th is the furthest I can go back. All right, so whatever. But I definitely agree. People are sleeping on Thor. Absolutely. Shout out to Cavell because I know he's brought up Thor a bunch of times too. My nose is crazy. I got to sign off soon. It's definitely when I laugh. When I start laughing, all my congestion just starts pouring out. Oh, man. We might have 2 spots open for the fantasy football league this year. If you're interested, hit me up. Yeah, absolutely. Willow, we got a couple spots open for the fantasy football league. I'll put out a text or something too. Willow's definitely one of those people that might be interested. Yeah, it's definitely endless content. I mean, Cavell made a couple videos on Thor. I mean, this is an FA of a huge character. When I think of big FA characters from Marvel, obviously I think of Spider-Man. I think of Captain America. I think of the one that we haven't got yet, Wolverine, Hulk, and Thor. Like, those are the big ones right there. So another big one will be Hulk and Wolverine, I think. But Thor is like right up there. So for me, I grabbed like 8 or 9 uncommon Thors just below $15. Because I was like, wow, if it just gets back to retail, that's like a 4x. So I definitely think F8 Thor is big time. Oh man, never played before. All right, we're gonna try to get some people that have played, but if we can't find anyone, you're definitely an option, my man. But yeah, I'll try to think of some people, Alex, later today, and maybe message them or get back to you, see what they say. A couple people I got in mind. Let me go over the prices one last time of these drops for today. T-Rex. Got the ultra rare down to 140. We got the rare just below retail, 47. We got the uncommon at 14. We got the common at 12. Well, I'm gonna have to get a common then because I like the mouth open. But interesting to see what happens. Like I said, I didn't think this is gonna be a crazy big drop. This is just gonna be one of those cool collectibles for the fans of Jurassic Park and dinosaurs. So definitely appreciate you guys big time for tuning in today. Had a lot of fun on the stream. Should I finish the last little trailer? I think I'm gonna finish the trailer maybe. Get you guys hype if you guys haven't seen the Jurassic World Dominion movie yet. It's only about a minute long, so we'll finish the trailer. This video probably won't get monetized because of it, but oh well.
We're racing toward the extinction of our species. We not only lack dominion over nature, we're subordinate to it.
Come back.
I always come back.
That's another plane, right?
Not exactly.
Don't move. Bigger. Why do they always have to go bigger?
Man, Jurassic Park was always pretty cool. Big fan of it. Yeah. Also, let me know in the chat real quick before I sign off. How many of you guys went and saw the movie and got the NFT? Well, at least scan your ticket so you'll be getting the NFT. Because I'm getting mine. No, I don't think this AMC NFT is going to be crazy valuable. I don't know, though. I have no idea. This just depends on how many were actually redeemed. So we'll see what happens. But I think it's going to be a pretty cool one. It's just going to be something I'm just going to keep for the showroom, I think. So I don't think it's going to be a drivable dinosaur. I hope it's a Jeep or something cool like that. I think that's more so going to be geared for the next VeVe NFT rollout for Jurassic Park. Like they'll probably have the Jeep, the gates, more dinos coming. That's my prediction for like the future Jurassic Park drops. Honestly, I think the AMC NFT is probably just a movie poster. It's kind of what I'm thinking, movie poster. Bailyn saw the movie, waiting for the NFT. Number one minted collectible on VeVe. I don't know. Maybe it is. Do you have any facts or anything backing that up, or are you just guessing super rush? Because I really wish AMC employees kind of just mentioned VeVe when we were scanning tickets, because all those people, 90% of the people, I would say, would have been downloading the VeVe app in the theaters if they were just mentioned. Hey, let's go, Ed. Shout out for you getting that drop today, too. Just saw your tweet a little bit ago. Yeah, because of that outdoor fishing, I think we are going to see another poster probably. Could be around 100K. I'm thinking a little less than that, but I'm thinking maybe half of that. I just hope in the future the VeVe team, Akoma team works with AMC and kind of really has AMC tell their employees, just mention when you scan this ticket, look out for your free VeVe NFT promo code in your email soon and download the VeVe app. Everybody would have downloaded the VeVe app in that theater. They're all on their phones pre-movie starting anyway, so. Oh, that's cool. Top Gun helmet. was the free NFT there. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be said, because I went there and I was like, I was kind of just playing around. I was like, when am I getting my free VeVe NFT? And she was like, movie's not in 3D. I was like, no, when am I getting the free VeVe NFT? And she was like, NF what? I was like, oh man. So I just wish they kind of had some kind of like, you know, AMC with the employees, some kind of collaboration, communication there. But definitely a fun movie. I'll see you guys next time. I don't know if I'm going to do a live stream next drop or a little video in between. We don't know what the next drop's going to be. So you might see the little video come out from Jay Dunn in a little bit. We'll see what happens. Definitely went over the market a little bit ago. Seems like everything's kind of under retail besides the ultra rare. But we'll see what happens. Appreciate you guys big time for tuning in today. I will be signing out. I'm going to be putting one of my dinos at the golf course with me today. If the rain stops. It's supposed to be raining all day, so we'll see what happens. But if not today, definitely tomorrow. Played some of my best golf ever. Feeling like Tiger Cub again. Man, my golf game's getting good. I'm trying to get signed to VeVe Sports. And that's not even a thing yet, but that's kind of just my vision for VeVe, calling me to kind of branch out into like the sports agency industry, kind of like how we have like Gary Vee has his whole, what is it called? Vayner Sports, how he has like the whole Vayner Sports, you know, sports agency. I want VeVe to kind of do the same thing. Golf tournaments and the professional golf tournaments that get expensive, and you kind of need some sponsors, right? So I definitely think that could be a thing, but maybe not for years, you know, from now. But we'll see what happens. Appreciate you guys big time for tuning in. I'll definitely be making a video or going live again soon for you guys, so stay tuned. Till then, I'm signing out. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn. We out, fam.